So, I am finally closing out my third year of monthly calendars with July 2012. So, I was doing, I wanted to find a theme that I really liked. Well, it probably wasn't because of that, but, you know, I wanted to do the theme of a movie I had recently watched. And that calendar theme was Journey to the Mysterious Island. Now, Journey 2 is the first time I had seen Journey 2. Well, me and my mom were going on a date, like I've said before, and we wanted to see a movie, but we had no movie to watch. We didn't know what to watch. And so, you know, Tintin, I thought that looked like a pretty cool movie, but that wasn't playing in any of the theaters. So, we were gonna go see a movie called Hugo. Because it said it had peril in it. Yes, I know. I went to see a movie that was rated PG only because it had peril. I looked at the rating, but I didn't know anything about any of the other movies playing, and Tintin wasn't playing, and Hugo looked the most interesting out of the other movies that were playing. So, I don't know. And then, we didn't get to go that week, so we had to wait until the week afterward to go see a movie. And then, we ended up, coming out that week that we decided to go see it, was Journey to the Mysterious Island. I hadn't known of the first Journey at all. I was like, wait, there's a Journey before? But it was we might as well go see this movie because, it looked more interesting than even Hugo, so we're gonna go see it, even though I hadn't seen the first, which was a bad move idea, I guess. But then I looked it up and trying to find out what the first Journey was, and then I found out it was Journey to the Center of the Earth. Now, that movie I had seen, and I was like, oh, this is a sequel to Journey to the Center of the Earth? And I didn't even know it until that, but we were gonna see it anyway. But I had seen Journey to the Center of the Earth, so I wasn't watching a sequel to a movie I hadn't seen yet. So we went to go see it. That's actually sort of what got me into Jules Verne. I haven't read that much of Jules Verne, but it talked about Jules Verne quite a bit, and that was actually pretty interesting. Jules Verne is this author who really wrote these old science fiction books in the 1800s, and yeah, there was a lot of action in this, and it was pretty cool, even though it was only an hour and a half. I really liked it. Even though I think I was the only one in my family who really liked it. Okay, so yeah. So it was in July 2012 that this calendar was set for. And I'll probably mention a little bit more about background for this month later. So the scheme was, I used the template that I usually use some of the time called Travel, and did the picture frames because it's Journey. It was sort of similar to this calendar. There was a lot of similarities. This one has 6 pictures. This one has 6 pictures. They're in a different order. I actually chose a different text font for this one. I don't know why. This is R. Julian. The other one was, Copper Plate. Okay, so yeah. So they're pretty similar in scheme. There's, let's see. This one, though, I feel like is too high up. I should have lowered it a little. But yeah, I'll live with that. It feels too isolated from the pictures. And so here are the picture frames, the pictures. I decided to change the color. So in the first calendar, I had done a sort of dark bluish color with an orange, because that was the center of the Earth. But I wanted to symbolize the mysterious island here, and so I chose a light blue and a green. color for, you know, like grass. Yeah. And so the text box was green hair, all that good stuff. And yeah, I did the light to dark long hair. It's yellow hair, the text is. So that's what I did. So let's look at the pictures. In the picture frames. Here is them all seeing the island. They're giant plants. This movie was actually filmed on Hawaii, but I don't think those plants are there in actual Hawaii, like it may look like.
Pretty good, huh?
They're looking at a giant lizard who's chasing them, because I guess they're walking on the lizard's eggs, and the lizard doesn't want its babies destroyed. And then here is an awesome movie poster where, well, sort of a poster. It's where the lizard is chasing them, and there's the island in the background with Atlantis and all the cool stuff. And then here they found a small elephant that is the size of maybe a cat, and they see giant bugs. Changes height and everything. Now, from what I've read of The Mysterious Island, though, the book that this is actually based off of, there's quite a few differences, because, yeah, here is him on Atlantis. In this one, they're in the Pacific Ocean. In the book, they're in the... Wait, no. I think they're in the Pacific Ocean in this one. In the book, they're in the Atlantic Ocean. I think. No, Atlantis is in the Atlantic Ocean and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. And here is a poster of the birds chasing him, and they're gonna eat him. So, yeah. The differences between it, which this is supposed to happen after the book, and the book's supposed to be considered canon, so it's always a little confusing. But I guess the book isn't necessarily canon, it was just inspired, supposedly, by the true story. I don't know, that's my guess, because there's a lot of issues in continuity between the book and the movie. So, I don't know, but still interesting of a movie. But yeah, it's supposed to not be based off the book, but it's supposed to happen after the book, so the continuity is a big problem. Like, if it was just based off the book, that would be different, but it's not. So, yeah, I only read the first third of the book, though, but yeah. Still an interesting movie. I would say to watch it, but I would say to watch a lot of the movies I make into calendars. So, yeah. Most of them. Not all of them, necessarily. Okay, so, on the first of the month, there's nothing. On the third of the month, Spider-Man 2012, the remake, was in theaters. Yeah. There was the 4th of July / Independence Day, and this is not the movie Independence Day. It has nothing to do with it, but it is Independence Day, but not the month, or not the movie Independence Day. So yeah, it's a holiday. Leaving for Kansas. Okay, so so basically we're gonna spend the summer with our dad in Kansas. And, that was super exciting. We hadn't spent the summer with our dad in Kansas since 2008, and that was before I started making calendars. Unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to make calendars while spending the summer with our dad. But, although I wasn't going to be able to make calendars, I decided to do something awesome, and that was, I would go back once I got home and make the calendars anyway, so even though I wouldn't be able to make August and September, because we're going to be with our dad, I decided to make them anyway. Yeah, and that summer, I actually am gonna go show the whole calendar as I talk about that summer, because, So basically, we went to Kansas. We went to the library a few times. I read quite a few Tintin comic books. And, yeah. So, and then I got Sonic Adventure, and that was really awesome. And we went swimming a few times. My jaw, unfortunately, for some reason, near the end of the summer, it started this clicking thing whenever I opened it wide, and that sound has never went away since. And this is 2016, so I don't know. It's a problem, but my jaw never returned to normal, but I don't know if it was from the summer. We saw the movie Brave, and a lot of stuff happened that summer. And we saw Timothy Green. We did not see the Avengers, unfortunately. But yeah, it was a pretty awesome summer. And so, yeah. And on the 12th was Kuma's birthday, but we were too busy in Kansas to know about it. And then I could not write my movie script on Dad's computer because it was only a demo of Microsoft. Ice Age 4 was in theaters on the 13th. So it was only a demo of Microsoft Office, and so I couldn't write my movie script that I was working on hands up, and I was super depressed right away. But then I ended up figuring out a solution, and I wrote that on my grandma's computer. Yeah, we saw a lot of family. It was a great summer. And we saw Bucky, the doggy. And so, Parents' Day. I don't exactly know what Parents' Day is about, but there's a Parents' Day. I guess you celebrate your parents. A month after Father's Day, which is a month after Mother's Day. You should find Parents' Day between the two rather than after both are over. It probably was on a calendar that I had. So yeah, that was my calendar for the month of July 2012. Last month's theme was The Hunger Games. If you want to go check that out, which I know that's becoming a cliche, if you want to go check that out, why? But if you want to check it out, there hopefully will be a link soon. And, yeah. Or you could also look at my collection of videos if you don't see the link here until I put it up, because it might not be right afterward. And so, yeah. And next month's theme is, which will actually not be released until, late September, early October, but since those months are already over, it's going to be much sooner. But next month's theme is Tintin, the movie. The Adventures of Tintin, Secret of the Unicorn. But, yeah. Okay, so, if you enjoyed this calendar, hopefully you did. Thanks for watching, and if you didn't enjoy the calendar, thanks for suffering through it, or you skipped to the end and heard me say that. Okay, so thanks for watching the calendar video, if you watched it, and yeah. Goodbye. Thanks. Bye.